Welcome to DecorPedia, your cozy corner for timeless home inspiration. Today, we're stepping inside a serene Parisian minimalist home that blends effortless elegance with soft European charm. If you adore classic textures, calming palettes, and meaningful design that whispers rather than shouts, you're in for a treat. This home tour celebrates beauty and simplicity and the art of curating peaceful spaces. So, grab your tea, get comfy, and let's wander through this dreamy interior together. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and leave a comment to let us know your favorite detail. Let's begin the tour. This Parisian home begins with a dreamy facade, creamy limestone walls, delicate wrought iron accents, and tall French windows framed with climbing ivy. The door is a muted sage green, aged just enough to feel storied. It's elegant, but not flashy. Classic, with whispers of history in every detail. The front yard feels like a pocket garden in the city. Carefully clipped boxwoods, lavender borders, and a small bistro table tucked beneath an olive tree. It's the kind of place that invites slow morning coffees and handwritten letters. Quiet, calm, beautifully unbothered by time. Stepping inside, the entryway sets the tone, white walls with soft gray undertones, herringbone wood floors, and a single antique mirror with a brass frame. A narrow console table holds fresh peonies in a ceramic vase, and a bowl for keys. Everything has purpose, nothing feels overdone. The living room flows naturally from the entry. A linen sofa in a gentle sand tone sits atop a pale jute rug. There's a low marble coffee table and vintage armchairs reupholstered in creamy boucle. Built-in bookshelves showcase well-loved novels and petite sculptures. It's all very hush and hush. The fireplace is original, marble with subtle veining and an ornate mirror above it. There's no clutter, just a few candles and a small dried floral arrangement. The space feels like a quiet retreat, where the details breathe. The charm lies in its restraint. Through graceful arches, we enter the dining room. A weathered oak table anchors the space, surrounded by slip-covered chairs in soft white. On the wall, a large muted landscape painting adds just enough color. A linen runner, ceramic candlesticks, and simple plates set the mood, timeless and inviting. The kitchen is petite but oh so refined. Open shelves display white enamelware and stoneware bowls. Brass fixtures add a touch of warmth. The marble countertops are left bare except for a bowl of lemons and a jar of wooden spoons. Everything feels calm, intentional, and beautifully lived in. A soft archway leads to the pantry, an unexpected little gem. Wicker baskets hold produce, glass jars contain grains and pasta, and a small vintage stool rests in the corner. It's both practical and poetic, like a space lifted from an old European cookbook. Now we step into the primary bedroom. The palette remains muted, pale grays, warm whites, and soft taupes. Linen bedding and an old pine bench at the foot of the bed offer a rustic touch. Above the headboard, two antique botanical prints hang in symmetry. The room whispers serenity. There's a Juliet balcony off the bedroom, draped with gauzy curtains that flutter with the breeze. You can almost hear the Parisian streets below, though it's high enough to feel far removed. A small chair and book rest near the window, just begging for quiet mornings. The ensuite bath is a slice of tranquility. A freestanding tub rests beneath a window, with a sheer curtain swaying gently. The floor is a pale stone tile, cool to the touch. There's an antique cabinet repurposed as a vanity, with brass taps and a vessel sink. Across the hall, we find the guest bedroom. It's smaller but just as thoughtfully styled. A simple iron bed frame, crisp white sheets, and a linen-covered armchair create a space that feels both refined and comforting. A dried lavender bundle sits on the nightstand in a tiny porcelain vase. The guest bath continues the story: white subway tiles, a small pedestal sink, and a frameless mirror. There's a woven basket for towels and an old wooden stool beside the tub. Everything is pared down but never sparse. It feels quietly luxurious, like a boutique hotel in Provence. Now let's step outside to the backyard. It's more of a courtyard, stone-paved, with a long farmhouse table for dinners under the stars. There are string lights overhead, and potted herbs tucked into corners. A trailing vine climbs the back wall, softening every line. To one side, there's a cozy sitting area with weathered wicker chairs and linen cushions. It's shaded by a canvas umbrella and surrounded by jasmine. The scent is just lovely. This is where the homeowner reads, sips rose, and lets the day slip by gently. The side yard is narrow, but nothing is wasted. Climbing roses stretch along the stucco wall, and there's a slim bench under a pergola. Terracotta pots filled with rosemary and thyme line the pathway. Even the smallest spaces are used with elegance and care. Back inside, there's a small study tucked off the hallway. A vintage French desk sits beneath a tall window, and books are stacked neatly beside a brass lamp. A single painting, moody and minimal, adds character. This space feels personal, meant for thinking, journaling, or a quiet afternoon ladder. There's also a sunroom at the rear of the home. The floor is terracotta tile, and the walls are all windows, draped with airy linens. Rattan chairs, a low wooden table, and a few leafy plants make it feel like a Parisian greenhouse. A secret escape within the home. Every corner of this home exudes softness and restraint. It doesn't chase trends. It feels deeply personal, curated over time, with a mix of antiques and handcrafted details. That's the heart of Parisian minimalist style. It's less about doing without, and more about living with only what brings peace. Even from the exterior as we leave, there's something quietly romantic about this home. It's not loud or showy, it simply exists with grace. A space where modern simplicity meets timeless European elegance. And truly, it makes you want to slow down and stay a little longer. Thank you for joining us on this peaceful Parisian journey here on DecorPedia. We hope this elegant home left you feeling inspired to bring a touch of soft, timeless beauty into your own space. Every detail, from the vintage touches to the refined neutrals, reminds us that home is about feeling calm, cared for, and connected. If you enjoyed the tour, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more serene interiors, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay inspired and keep creating beauty in your everyday life.